work compared to how much we work here and what we get from it. Like, for example, health insurance, if I could afford health insurance, it would be like $60. Actually, no, I'm sorry. Health and dental would be $120 a week. $120 a week with, with the company I'm working for, $120 a week? Are you kidding me? That's like $500 a month. Like, for health insurance, that's like rent. Like, if I was to try to, look for a place with some buddies, 2 or 3 buddies, my share would probably be, feels like 3 buddies, $500, something about that. And like, you're telling me that's just for health insurance, which people don't use it unless they need it, like once every 3 years. So it's sick. Like I said, it's a business of people, getting sick, and shit like that. It's just fucked up. So, please don't get lost. Where are we? So Chris was saying Americans are suspicious of pleasure, which is very true. But once again, because it's kind of goes hand in hand with because we work a lot and we think everything's all about work. And my grandparents would always tell me, life's not just one big party. Like, which at the time I was partying my ass off. I was like, well, fuck, it isn't. And like, I think y'all niggas ain't invited. Like, for real. Like, and yes, I think I'm allowed to say that because I think everyone is allowed to say that, but I'm quarter black, so I feel like I don't want to get any harassing emails like you can't use that, nigga. It's like, well, I don't on your day-to-day life, but how do we even? Where does that even tie in? Like, I don't know. At this point, we'll drink to that. You may say, what are we drinking to? Do you even know what you're talking about? To answer that, say, what are you drinking to? Do you even know what you're talking about? So, we're taught that, pleasure, he was saying that we're taught that pleasure is, evil and dangerous. Which, I guess, the way I was kind of thinking about what he was saying was, sexual repression from, Catholicism or, religion shit. You kind of had this, shame when you're younger about sexuality. So some people do because of the experience or, because of religion or something. You're shamed into, if you're caught, watching porn in a household that doesn't allow it. This whole shame thing, or getting spanked. Jesus Christ. Having your pants pulled down by your fucking father. Your own dad is smacking. Thankfully, I was never spanked as a kid. I don't know if that helped me or hurt me. But I would not use that. I would not implement that if I ever was a parent. Because I think if you cannot use your words to communicate, then you're failing. So, 3939, Chris is talking about how his dad was coming home and drinking, vodka and, getting mad at the news, which is hilarious because, grandparents' generation, parents and shit, they'll look at the news and they'll fucking get pissed. And they'll just, eat up the outrage, which ties in full circle once again to the whole Facebook thing. People just love fucking cheap entertainment. People love the Kardashians. People love Jersey Shore. To simplify things, people are stupid. And that doesn't mean everyone. But it means, when you look at, 9.8 billion, or however many billions of people there are on the world, the planet, in America and stuff, and you just see what's, pushed out there to the masses, through TV, what, the masses are thought to have or what they do like. For the most part, man, people aren't diving deep into solving the world's problems and shit like that and trying to make a difference and do the right thing. And that's what I mean by the majority of people are stupid. So it's just, it's funny, 3939 just ties in full circle with what we're talking about, like with Facebook and the whole outrage thing. And people really do love outrage. And this is proof, because we were just talking about it earlier in the podcast, before this even came up, that Facebook was using the outrage algorithm. And now, they're talking about how, like, Chris was talking about how his dad used to come home and watch the news and would get pissed off, but he would do that as like a routine. It's because people like to be outraged. Like, there are, people that like drama. There are girls that want you to, like, be upset and, like, they will not talk to you, like, because they want the drama. They want there to be conflict because it gives them something in life. Because a lot of people don't have hobbies. And that's one of the things, like, with this, like, the podcast or RuneScape, like, or music, like, writing lyrics or, whatever. A lot of playing drums. A lot of people don't have hobbies, and that's what makes people crazy. And they don't know what they're good at. And that's for them to figure out. That's a personal, it's a personal journey. But, goddamn, man. Yeah, stop getting wrapped up in fucking drama. Like, do something more productive. Watch a documentary, for God's sakes. So at 40-50, Chris was talking about how runner's high is close to, like, sex high, which is true in a way, like, because right after you come, or like right as, like, in the heat of the moment, or as you orgasm, or whatever, or after you, like right before, as you do, and after, it's like this feeling of, you're like, your heart is fucking pounding out your chest, like, just fucking, and fucking, like, your scalp is, skin's crawling on your scalp, like, your neck, the hairs are standing up, like, and you're fucking really hot, your temperature's raised, and, so I understand what he's talking about, as far as, like, Chris saying that he doesn't do exercise, but, like, he, I guess, has sex, and he was trying to compare the two. I guess even when you beat off, like, after you nut, it's just like, it's almost like you are base jumping, and your heart, like, it's like you jump off a bridge, and then you come back up, and that's, like, the moment, like, right after you come, it's like, you jumped off the bridge, and, like, all of a sudden your heart's just racing a million miles an hour, and then you just come back down, and you feel like, okay, what am I doing? It's the 9th time, and it's only 11 o'clock in the morning on Sunday. So 5422, they're talking about how veterans get very little support when they get back from the wars, which is just, it's fucking terrible. It's really upsetting. Like, what the fuck? That's, like, just perverse. Like, we idolize these people, which they should be, not, like, in the sense of, like, if there's a war crime committed, but I mean in the sense of they should be idolized because they're in a terrible situation no matter who put them there, because they didn't put themselves there. As far as, like, the conflict goes, they put themselves there by signing the paper. But yeah, it's just kind of crazy because we're told that, like, it's for self-defense. We're told that, like, war is for, like, self-defense, and that's why we're in all these countries and bombing everything. I say we, like I'm a part of it, or, like, the team or something like that. Like, but I guess I should say, like, our government is, doing that. But it's and putting them there. And it's sad because I really do have respect for soldiers, and just, I watched a documentary just talking about, like, this guy who came back, just how much Xanax and how much Xanax he takes a day, and just he's afraid to leave the house and shit like this, and it's just not groups and stuff, and that's crazy. But so yeah, Joe was saying how, like, it's kind of this was a really interesting point. He was saying, yeah, the incremental progress that we have achieved as a civilization, I hope that was correct because I can't read what the fuck I wrote, that we achieve as a civilization is amazing, but yeah, it's so frustrating because, like, we've grown so much in civilization as far as technology goes, but, like, so little as far as, like, the basic themes of life. Like, as far as why can't we get over homelessness, like poverty, war, violence. Like, Joe was saying, no one that he knows thinks that there's ever going to be a time where there's going to be no war, like no murder, no rape, like, which, I don't know. Does that make you question what this is here? This earth? Is it a testing ground? Is it a classroom? Like, does it make you question why there is evil on earth? If there is, if you believe that there's something omniscient that knows everything, it's supposed to be protecting, by sending good energy. Is there, why is there bad? Is there, is evil real as well? I don't know, man. But, we definitely could work towards it. It definitely wouldn't be impossible, because, if you think about it, crime rates reduce when things, like, for example, this is what I mean. Richmond, Virginia used to be, like, the number one, or the top 10, like, murders per capita, like, top 10 cities for murder per capita in the 90s, like, 94 or whatever, or in the early 90s, early to mid 90s, and now it's not. And so there used to be a lot of murder, and now there's not. So I don't think that it would be so far-fetched to go as far as to say that, that we could reduce, the frequency at which wars, murder, rape, even deceit, going back to the whole web of deception, I think from part 1 of this, Christopher Ryan part 1 that we talked about, just, be truthful, try to live the truth, with yourself. If you're being reckless, if you have a baby and a wife and you're driving home from the Applebee's doing, like, 90, like, with the infant in the fucking backseat, like, be honest with yourself, man. Don't be in the web of deceit, like, just because you're hot dogging it because you feel, good with the beers, or you're pissed off at, the old lady or whatever. Like, be honest with yourself. Like, you're not being honest. You're speeding. You got a kid in the backseat. You're fucking lit. You tore it from the floor up. Scaring her, being a dick to her, like, you're lying to yourself, and that is going to get you trapped in the web of deception. Hold on a second, because you know what? This motherfucker's got to pee. Okay, I'm back. I had to pee. It's a little bit unprofessional to pause, I felt like, but then, you know what? I remember that, like, if you ever listen to Skeptic Tank, Ari Shaffir, he fucking pauses to pee all the time. I pause for anything all the time, and it's one of the best podcasts there are. So if I have to pee, I'm gonna fucking go pee. You know what I mean? Like, and if you had to pee, then you should do the same thing. But you know what? What you should not do is get distracted. So 55-35. Dunbar's number. They were talking about Dunbar's number and, like, how it's like 150. Your brain can really only keep 150 people logged. Like, it can only keep track of 150 people roughly. And so they were talking about how, like, like a small, like a small community, like in the Amazon or something like that, a little tribe of 150 people. It's like, that's what we're, like, supposed to be able to be interacting with, or be able to remember. It's, whereas, like, now we have, thousands of followers. It's like, and thousands of people and stuff like that. It's, you can't really keep up with all the people that you interact with day by day, because there's so many people. The population's so big. So at 1 hour and 2 minutes 25 seconds, we started talking about Hunter Thompson. He was a journalist, and it's a really good movie, Fear and Loathing, and book. And Chris was saying to Joe, did you ever meet Did you ever get to meet, fucking, what's his name? Hunter fucking Thompson. See, this is why I need a